and talk about this. Okay, so the two color friends of Nolan Wells. First, Javion Williams said that it had nothing to do with race. So then Nolan's other friend that the parents said they never knew and never saw him in the house. They don't know who this man is. Named Tristan, Tristan. One of them ghetto names. I said what I said. Bright skin, curly dude, probably had white Bible. All of us mixed, but maybe it's two parents that came who had one drop of African American blood and still mixed. Well, guys, whatever, because whatever. He was the one that he was at. So it was. So now, no, I'm glad this is exposed because older people made it about race. Okay, and I said if this was not racial, my other viewers coming up, it must be a satanic sacrifice. Okay, especially on holidays. So I noticed that the white dudes that hang around with Nolan ain't saying nothing, and the judge son, but Tristan, whatever his freaking name is, Tristan Shepard, um, and Javon Williams, who are the two colored friends, has came out and said it's not racial. Then Tristan, Center, whatever his urban ghetto name is, I said what I said. Said that we didn't want to see him die. That's me arguing. Okay, so what do you mean you want to see him die? Because I didn't care. So someone brought it. I said, hold up. When you said you don't want to see him die, that means you knew what happened. And I believe you was arguing with Nolan. That's my speculation. I wasn't there. But I always ask this question, and one of my videos keep messing up on this phone here. But I don't know if I did on other videos said that because I have some videos that I have on this phone and I have not uploaded, but I said, was this Horn Island a place to go do Santan rituals? So everybody's saying they paid. No, no. To my African saying people who want everything to be racial, and I'm serious. I know it's annoying. Okay, we know Mississippi is racist. We know there's a bunch of white people who racist down there. Also, too, while speaking of race, and even though Joe Biden is an undercover racist, there's a picture, and I might put it on the thing of Christian Williams being the only colored. A bunch of white dudes, and he has FJP means fuck Joe Biden and make America great in some game. He the only one colored. Okay, so everyone said that Nolan was mad, and okay, I don't care. Look, okay, many of us became MAGA after we heard Kamala Harris. Okay, many of us came MAGA when Democrats in our community I can say favor other people of color and used them to exploit and then told us they don't help us. Okay? And so, and I'm Hispanic too. I'm Louisiana Spanish. I'm a Spanish. I'm African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and neighbor. But I'm telling you this: when you fuck up my freedom like Deborah and Starbucks, I'm gonna tell bitch ass name down, and it's now mid coffee now because Starbucks got closed. When you fuck up my freedom, I'm not. No offense, what happened to Rizzo, Salgado, Arujo. I would never want that to happen because he had nothing to do. But some Hispanic people and some Africans, immigrants, some Asian races want to emulate our white cousins who racist. Okay, well, that's why we put them in office. Remind you, you're in the country that they stole from our American ancestors, and you're not going to portray their behavior with us. What's for civil rights bill? You and my 10th cousin, who's white supremacist, talking about President John, talking about my fifth grandfather, John Cole's white rapist in my family tree, on my daddy's side when I did my family tree, on my big mama, my great grandma's side of the family tree. Wasn't for him, I would relate to him, but the point I'm trying to say wasn't for 10th cousin, President Johnson, sign that bill for you to be here, do the civil rights movement. You would not be doing stuff like Carter B was saying. So that's why someone's like, okay, we ain't trying to be xenophobic, but we're not gonna have a bunch of immigrants of color who will go through the same thing in society. Come stop us from our freedom. I understand dumb accuracy people. including this thing I'm looking at in this case. I said thing. I did say thing. I did say this Tristan. I can't even say the gift with one of them. But okay, they had a white mama. She gave him them ghetto names. I said get you yeah, them ghetto names. I said ghetto names, ghetto name. I said what I said. Cause this nigga, and I said the N word, this cotton picking with high curly hair skin tone nigga go sit here and say that you didn't want to see Nolan die. You the only one talking. The white folks not talking. You said it was you arguing there. So my question is, was it you nigga arguing there, Nolan? I said the N word. I don't give a fuck. Was that you arguing in the most white folks island? I don't give a damn about that crazy. Because I'm looking at him with suspicion. You say you didn't want to see him die. So why do you say you want to see him die? Are you saying you didn't want to see him end up dead just in general? Or you mean you saw what happened and y'all didn't want to see him die? Then there's a picture of you being the only nigga. I said the N word, you part white. With all of I got white in my blood too. I ain't no full African. None of us are. But you the only one that I'm not Joe Biden, because that's one thing many of us became mad because we saw his history. Speaking of Joe Biden, call us roaches, to support the private prison complex that target minorities. It's supposed to target every criminal of every color, but it's gonna target them exonerate. And everybody vote for no Kamala bitch ass thought ass hoe ass heiress. Okay. I said, bitch, hoe ass heiress. I said what the hell I said. Who said I don't be the persecutor and she didn't care about no immigrants? Let me say this. So it's part of me defend him saying fuck Joe Biden. This bitch who a child immigrants sit here. First of all, her master Joe Biden supported ICE before Trump came back in office. So y'all forget that. So y'all do y'all research. She played with Hispanic folks in Africa. She one thing I'm for identified mixed, but during her time when she was in California, I have a friend who's Blaxican. He told me from California that this bitch, he confirmed what Judge Joe Brown said. She was Indian, based on her identity. Not Native American Indian. I'm talking about Indian from India. Now you can tell if I saw, I said, hold on, you gotta be part black. You can't just be East Indian. Okay, your features look, because I can tell. You know what I'm saying? But until it was time to run for office and go against Trump, now she black. She both. Okay, I'm not saying mixed with white 200 Jamaican side. However, she played the game and she was prosecuted. She put people in jail who were innocent of crime, not only just African Americans. She did Hispanic people wrong. I'm not voting for that bitch or her master. Then her master repeat things that my tent cousin said, President Johnson, so our fifth grandfather John Horns, okay, who was slave master and rapist. He said, this was my 10 cousin said the clans who had kin to kill, if you know about that story. And Nixon's my ninth cousin. President Johnson said, I will have those niggers vote Democrat for the rest of their life. So when we said we don't want, because I voted for Elizabeth Warren. When I was on the street, I voted for Miss part white, part Native American Pocahontas. Okay? None of the she's with Native American. She don't fool on a white woman. So I said we're going to have a woman and a mix with, okay, I'm going to put her, and she want to give reparations. Okay, I'm going to put her, oh, she's Democrat. She didn't win. Joe Biden won. And so Joe Biden told Charlemagne, I'm going to have, no, that's just, you know, he said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And I go to my podcast, I said, well, we're not pure black. We not pure black. Well, I know why you're saying, because it was before I found out I had a fifth grandfather that was white, related to some of these celebrities here. John Corns being a fifth grandchild of him, Massa, John Corns. Okay, I'm related to Johnson. Johnson said I had those niggas vote for him for the rest of life. And they killed Kennedy because Kennedy, if you know the story about it, Barry Gold was an open racist. And Johnson was an undercover. So President Kennedy, my hero, was going to make this country integrate. Y'all forget that Miss Jacqueline was not a full-blown white woman. She had black ancestry. She passed for white. There was going to. That's why Robert Kennedy Jr. took Trump's side. Okay, because people know the story. So, and if you know, the Democrat Party, Johnson fucked it up, and Nixon fucked it up with Republicans. Both. That's why it's best to vote both parties and be independent. And based on character, don't vote. And I got evicted from the two. When the first person that evicted me was a brother, fake brother. Okay, cool. Judge Jerry Brown, Harris County. And then I got evicted by his friend. Yes, they are friends. Isra Garcia, Mexican, American, Latino. And now he is an open Trump supporter. And I heard he was already a Trump supporter. He was pretending to be pussy trying to get the votes, a Democrat. And he did his family wrong on the opposite wrong. He made a lot of us homeless. Southwest Side, and he a criminal, got a record, and his parents went to jail for drug trafficking, all about his ugly ass business. Okay. Well, I said it's time to vote both Democrat and Republican. I can't vote just straight Democrat. Can't vote straight Republican. So I'm independent. Okay, I do swing more on the Democrat side, but if I start seeing some shit that ain't good, I'm gonna switch to the Republican side. Okay, I'll put a person, and that's not either Democrat or Republican, independent, Green Party, whatever. That's how I do it. I do it as you doing gambling. Okay, you vote, you got to gamble. Like you gamble your votes. I mostly vote Democrat, but not always. Ever since I got my Democrat, fake ass brother, coon nigga. Okay, Mr. Jerry Brown, and then his friend, Latino nigga, Garcia, Israel Garcia. I still voted ugly ass me of damn color. I said what the hell I said, and I am African American and Spanish Creole. Okay, all right. So I'm not Mexican, but Spanish Creole, so I am part Hispanic. So I got both school by. That's go to my AI video of Starbucks. Yes, I said, picture, I did say that. Okay? And see, I have more problems with people of color in this situation than I have. That's why I'm not defending always being the token. But when I was on the street, like I said, I had white people gave me help. Then people of color gave me help too. I'm not saying that, but I saw a lot of resentment of people of color. Looking at me weird, acting saying Hispanic, for people of immigrants of color, not all, but had some immigrants look at me weird, treat me less than human, like you in my country. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm that way. And I can say it's my country because I have Cherokee ancestry. My other grandfather was Cherokee. Okay, remember his daughter, his son. Yeah, his son married my mulatto for grandmother. Okay, and her husband was fully Cherokee too. My grandfather was. So, point is, okay, therefore, this is my country. Okay, I have 3 homelands: Africa, Europe, and here. But going back to the situation, that's why many people remember bringing about MAGA. Some of us saw the bullshit in the Democrat Party, them not helping us, them taking in my friend if you saw my black friend from California, he looked straight up Mexican, but he's part Black American. He would tell you that they were going on California with the gentrification. He would tell you that he looked straight up Mexican. Mexican not really a race, but you never thought that he was, and yes, Mexican had black ancestry, but you never thought he was African. His dad was a high young brother, okay, this white down family shit, okay. So he married his dad married a Mexican woman. That's how he came in this world. But he, bright skin with straight head, all that, yeah. So he told me, he said, yeah, he said they showed. If you saw my homeboy, I kid you not, you'll think he's straight up Mexican, like he ain't no black, but he is part black. He's part Black American. Dad is African American descent. So, point is, he would tell you, and Kamala was no good. So y'all want to bash all Trump supporters, but you had a bitch, and I said a bitch. Kamala's a bitch, a thought and a hoe. I said what I said to try to represent us so she can lock you up for false accused. Almost got false accused. My stalker, that bitch down there, Judge Gonzalez, down in Arizona, who lied to Judge Gonzalez. Okay? So do you see that I take that personal? Speaking of time, dead broken Starbucks, she trying to fake a false allegation, sparing one from Starbucks, trying to make a false allegation. Then I told you when I got this same time when I was over there, their brother darker than me, I think 19 from New Orleans. He's living in Arizona. I know about his business named Bert Smith, the district manager. That copy, that dude took her side, took this old race action side. So that's why I said. That's why many of us flock to that side. You got y'all over here getting mad that Trump is racist. That's what it is. But we're not gonna have a fake phony who is of color who's supposed to help the people. come in the office and backstab us. See, I can take a person openly racist in my face, but someone pretend to be on our side ain't that Kamala ugly ass Harris throw hoe thigh. I said bitch hoe because she is a hoe because she was a hoe back when she was dating Montel Williams. I said she was a side piece to some brother. I don't know what she was planning to be fully Indian in, but she was a darker skinned brother. There was a man down there in California. He cheated on his wife with her, messing with her coochie. Stanky coochie, bitch. I say that's why she had Megan Stallion. I love Megan, but we not trying to hear about thought shit and sexual stuff while we trying to do campaign. But I know why. Because Atlanta is known for STDs. There's a high ranking, and then you have to be on down low for that. You got those who are all orientations getting that disease. Then you tell everybody to protect your bodies. Eugenics. You know, Marcus Sagner was friends with the Klan and Nazis and wanted us. And before everybody remember Democrats involved in abortion, it was Republican Nixon. My ninth cousin was the one behind the Roe vs. Wade. He said, I want to get them black bastards. So that's one thing I said, okay, you telling Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion to roll eugenics so we get killed in the womb, so we will not populate. That's why it's most Latinos from Latin American Africans and people. It's not about the Border Patrol. No, it's not. Some of you sister gals, I said what I said, sister gals, you talking about race mixing? We not pure black. We mix. When I see myself, I see mostly African phenotype, but I don't look like Akon. I'm light in Akon. Why? Because I have European and Native in me, bitch. So you over here killing your kids for white supremacy. Can't talk about, okay? Because I don't have a problem with y'all, they white men. Do you see me holler about the Vestas? Now I think all sisters are the best, but the ones who talk bad about brothers, I'm glad I want my ass. I don't want they little winless, bitch ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, trying to emasculate a brother. They have winless slave mentality to go deal with their master, go with their white master. I bet not hear the complaints. If he is a racist, your boyfriend, husband, that's right. And I'm not helping the old fake sister get her out. I'm not against interracial relationships, but we got people purposely date somebody and they start bashing. I'm not one of these old brothers. We need to come together. You can't have a horse drink water, you dumb fools. Let a person do what the fuck they want to do. Worry about you. So the sister gals and the Vestal movement who talk bad about brothers, I don't give a damn about them bitches. Fuck them hoes. I said what I said. They ain't my damn sisters. We got African American blood. We also got white Native Americans too. We ain't no full Africans. They white men. Okay? And I'm glad they're openly telling the truth about it, because when I was back in 1980, when I see a sister talk down to a brother, but down to a white man, I already know you in your head don't like brothers. Your behavior show it. Okay? White men come in and tell me you don't believe but you behind closed doors mess with white men. Oh, I know. Oh, the Tyler Perry movie, what's that? The Phantom of Praise, suppose that I already knew that before the movie, but I'm glad he did suppose in his movie. I'm glad, because there are some sisters who do the same thing. Go mess with a white man or some man and talk bad about brothers. They get bad about everything, but they want with white men so bad. And then sad, and funny part, the ones talk bad about brothers, they a dusty ass. They don't get the good white men who got money and car. They get the dusty trash and try to compare a brother that's dusty like him, a nigga that's dusty, shall I say? Okay. The brother that she fucked years ago, she mad because she knew he was no good when she fucked him. But then turn around, she now dating the white man, talking about he gonna get married. And the white man from Cheddar Park. He don't live on nice homes. Y'all, you can't make this shit Dusty Brady. She went from Dusty nigga to Dusty Brady. That's the funny part. And talk about they don't like us. Bitch, go ahead and do your win lynch level. Because I don't want to say I'm not with us coming together. As like, because people mindset are different. You cannot make a person change their mindset. It's like Maya Angelou told Oprah Winfrey, sell a person for who they are. Stop trying to change a person. That's who they are. Move on. Okay? And so I'm glad I've been waiting, because now we're talking about Nolan Wells. Because something told me that was not racial. So the only one's talking is this color dude. Okay? And I'm telling you something, I wasn't there, but I believe you are the nigga guilty. and I said the N-word, I believe you are the nigga guilty because you knew it could turn to racial. Your white friends, who probably ain't racist, but they are Republicans. You got liberals who racist too. You got Democrats who racist too. I will have those niggas vote Democrat for the rest of their life. Okay, you got you don't vote because I'm black. No, you vote you're not black. And then you ain't right and vote for Joe Biden. Okay, yes, we get the stimulus checks. Yes, I was able to go to college. Yeah, but you undercover racist, and the crime rate went up when they got in office because they're trying to collect data who commits crime so they can go ahead and go and prosecute. But the meanwhile, people being exonerated at the same time, and that's what Kamala Harris is known for exoneration. She is the reason why the Innocent Project is there. That bitch in California. And I call Kamala a bitch. She ain't my damn sister. And she married to a white man. And do you see me? Why about? Because I got white in me too. Then, oh, my sister, bitch. No. Let that hoe be with that white man. I say what I say. That's good. What brother in his right mind want to marry that bitch anyway? She will put a brother locked up in jail, and the white dudes get away with crime because it was going on in California. White dudes stand dope. He don't get time. He get less time. The brother, Latino, set up or false accused. Here comes Kamala Harris trying to exonerate your ass. Dumb bitch. Anyway, so therefore I said what I said because I saw everybody. Oh, he's mad. I'm talking about this old fake brother friend. Okay, to Nolan. But before you start judging, get your facts straight. Many of us had a right to vote for that orange guy because you had a fake ass bitch run against him trying to lock us up and make false allegations and try to do dirt. And she also was funding ICE. Yeah, thank you. Anybody gonna talk about Kamala Harris? And y'all forget the bitch was in Guatemala talking about. Remember, don't come. Remember our child immigrants, her mama from India, dad from Jamaica. Don't come. Do not come. We can continue to protect our borders. And if you do come, I promise you'll be sent back. Okay, so before anybody start getting mad at Trump, why this bitch went over there and told the Guatemalans that? Huh? Come on, y'all. And then her master, Joe Biden, funded Trump. Funded ICE. Migra. Okay? They call it Migra. Yeah, they funded Migra. Okay? And she tried to run against Trump and then bringing abortion into the situation. So, in rumor has it, she the one behind them sex for them child sacrifice in California. That's not before we go bashing this nigga. I said the N-word because I do believe he the one killed Nolan Wells. This is the thing. Because y'all make me mad about trashing those who voted for Trump because you had a fake ass bitch who ain't for the people, who lie, who set people up, who put people in jail, in prison for something they not do, or either exonerate them and let white criminals get by. This help here. Before you start talking about Kamala. Kamala is an evil bitch. When Planned Parenthood got exposed for selling baby body parts, we now know about the adrenochrome in Hollywood now, in the Satanic ball in Hollywood, right? They having baby eating parties, drinking. So this bitch, the white man that exposed that old ugly bitch, the white woman that talking about, yeah, we said, I was through. I said, hold on, what you said, bitch? If I saw this white woman say from Planned Parenthood, yeah, we sell, and she was eating food like it was normal, like, what you just say, bitch? Get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, because that's a baby. Evil asshole. Anyway, so who put that white man in jail or prison for exposing Planned Parenthood? Kamala Harris. So all these missing babies, missing children, Pizzagate. This woman is not 10 part of that shit. So you're going to tell us, and then they're selling children who are undocumented immigrants, selling children in slavery, child slavery. Where is that protest? And she be held accountable for her massa. And I heard her massa did not show no respect to her bitch ass in the White House years ago. I have no respect for Kamala Harris. That's the whole reason why we didn't vote for that bitch. So anybody come talking to us crazy, get your facts straight before you start thinking everybody racist and defend racism. Because that bitch was an undercover racist. She don't lock up, but a white criminal get away with shit. And she was friends with Newell Martinez. The racist Latin, her and Karen Bass. Them two bitches were friends with that hoe, that puta. They were saying that anti-black stuff. Please get into your doggone, because when anyone come to me with that bullshit, why you vote for Trump? Excuse me, this fake bitch who ain't no true sister. And I say true sister because she mixed, I'm mixed. We all know black Americans pure. I'm talking about her behavior. Who was getting office, who getting prosecuted, and she locked people up who innocent, mainly African American and Hispanic. This woman here supported ICE behind her massa. So part of me, I'm bringing this up because y'all go on this dude here, and I say the N word because I believe that this dude set up Nolan Wells. I don't care that I told you it wasn't about the front no white boot. I knew it was a nigga involved. Okay, I knew it. I knew it was a nigga involved. I do. Because go back to the situation. This dude said what? The other brother, and I'm looking at him too, said it's not about race. Cause, okay, let me tell you two niggas. I said too. I said the N-word. You two niggas don't know your history. We gonna commit a crime with a bunch of white folks and kill a brother. People gonna speculate because of history of Mississippi, Klan, slavery, civil rights. They'll assume some white people did. Y'all, if these two niggas pray, get true together, they okay. Y'all owe them white dudes apology. So you said you had an argument at the island. So that means Nolan was not the only brother on the island. This nigga was on the island with him. Then you said, I didn't want to see him die. So you was there watching him die. Because it said that y'all, so you urinate, you and your white friends, because they are guilty, but I bet you was the main one. And then your mama, word on the street said, I don't know if she a white woman, like, said your ass no good. You a no good nigga. Trash a mulatto nigga. And I'm not trashing nobody, but mulatto, I got mulatto ancestors. What for they dick and pussy, I wouldn't be talking to y'all, okay? This nigga had to set up this blazing young man and probably was jealous of him. I don't care whatever your ghetto name is that your white mama 19 gave you, okay? I said the ghetto name. I'm doing the Raven Simone. That's right. Ghetto name. Ha! You ain't gonna do what you did to me, Nolan. I don't know if you're a damn daddy. If daddy wanna come here and act like and chimp out me and talk to me, nigga, we'll get the laws from his bitch ass. Them chimp out with the laws, and you know the Mississippi don't give a fuck about them, that brother. Okay? Right, thank you. I believe that's the one who caused the murder. I don't give a damn. Something in my spirit told me if it was white dudes, somebody of color was involved. And the only two dudes, and I will apologize to Javon, okay, Williams, if he wasn't, but why are you saying it had to do with color? And why is the mother saying that she don't know this other guy? And probably, I'm going to wait till she say this, she probably don't know your ass either. I'm believing that y'all knew something about the situation. You probably helped the white dudes kill, but you was probably the main culprit because you said you was one arguing. You was champing out in front of white folks. One thing I get ugly when someone push my buttons, but my thing is when anyone know when it comes to our white cousins, because we all part white, we always told don't act a fool from the white folks because you don't want the consequences. That's why we can't pass white even if we could. We got people who pass white act saying you don't want them. They know you part black to treat you less than human. Why you acting fool? You let the white dude act a fool. You know what I'm saying? Because you want the consequence behind acting a fool. And if you're going to act a fool, it has a reason why. But your ass was champing out at doggone island in front of white folks. Your ass was chimping out. I said what I said. So was you arguing with Nolan when you was chimping out? Because I'm starting to see that he's the main one that did it. And I'm gonna tell you something. If he didn't do it, I will apologize as a man. Okay, but I'm seeing something telling me that dude. And if you did do it, you the nigga. You heard what I said with your ghetto name, Shepard? Ghetto name. Ghetto name. Thank you. Because seemingly you was jealous of Nolan. He had more attention. He wasn't dark skinned, but he was darker than you. And I know as a camera, we both camera skinned and both mixed down the family tree. Sometimes someone lighter than us will be jealous because we not dark like West Nights, but we got more tan and we get more attention. That movie with Whitney Houston, Bodyguard, even supposed to even no race was and color was mentioned. Her sister was a bright skin. I get it here on social media. Okay, I never thought that I'd be having problems growing up, and I'm born '79. Uh, I know sometimes there be dark skinned brothers. I said some, not all, be jealous, but I never thought a brother that'd be my color or lighter, just because I get more attention, and I had got that on social media and in my own personal life. They think because they the it, and they desire looking one, they get all the attention. But when someone darker that's not dark skinned but look more black but still don't look too black gets the attention, they get cheated out and say, I'ma stop that situation. That's why I know in this mixed race identity spears on social media, I get hate from those who light up, but half your dumb ass ain't out there trying to push the multiracial movement. I've been pushing the multiracial movement since I was 13 fucking years old. Half you don't even know your rights. Some of y'all still put black guy application. You put more than one on there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to know about all this. Half y'all don't, like I'm saying, you too busy want to act a fool on social media, those who hate me, but you ain't out here putting footwork to try to stop, to get our rights. I said what I said. And I ain't say all those who lie to me, but I have got it. I never thought that because growing up, us Cameron Brown, still lied to those who dark chocolate. And how your bright skinned folks, we usually, in my personal situation, got along. We never had this color issue, but people have different individual issues. Me personally, so in 19, I guess when Afrocentric stuff started coming in and OJ trial, that right there, I see it. But so I think that this man probably was jealous because Nolan was not dark skinned, but darker than him, and he was a friendly brother, and he was the one who had a good attention and good presence. His ass, this nigga here who lighter than him with loose curly hair, said, you ain't. I was the one getting our love from white boys. You ain't gonna get that. That's why I feel it. I feel that. I feel that. There's a light skinned Steven and the camera skin the chain girl was Nolan. I do feel that. Because anyone, if you camera come, you hear it from brothers, the judge that the victim, that nigga about is my color was had to say, you know what I'm saying? Fuck him. But I'm saying some of us get that if you're camera brown, you know what I'm saying? We not light, but we not dark either. And sometimes somebody that's lighter us who don't get this two thought, they automatically gonna get a shine. They see us and we not even trying to compete against it. We ain't trying to do anything wrong. They start hating. And once again, I'm gonna give you an ugly bitch, Natalie Nunn. When she was on, and she African, Black American, and Puerto Rican, and she's part Latina and Brazilian. That ugly bitch. She first came on Bad Girls Club. I'm gonna compare this and say, dark skinned girls hate on me, bitch. In high school, if I saw your ugly female version of Jay Leno looking ass, hell no. I didn't say J Lo, I said Jay Leno. Bitch, if they was giving them fucking you, that's the only thing they wanted to do. Them buzz of every damn shade, better dog just want to have some sex with you and that's it and kick you to the side. And no dark skin should not be just some ugly bitch thing and that no. I don't know what's your level of self-esteem. If I was a dark skinned sister, I wouldn't be jealous of your bitch ass. Shit. In all the past, you still look ugly, ho. As I said, so when the two camera skin sisters came in there, Kendra and the other one that wanted to beat her ass, she started putting anti-black stuff on the doggone stuff. It wasn't the white girls in that interview. We watched it. It wasn't the white women on the show. It was this part black, part Hispanic, part Brazilian. This old ugly bitch named Arizona. This hoe went and did that. And then, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't understand why some of you sisters like this bitch. I don't like Natalie Nunn. And when I saw that back in when I was at my grandmother's house and trying to get a job, trying to get the hell out of the house, I said, this ugly bitch, think she all that. She did that because she was afraid the sisters that's not dark skinned, because those are not dark skinned sisters, who are a little lighter, who are lighter than African ancestors, but not too light like her, gonna get the shine from the white women in their house, and her ugly ass ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I see with this case with the ghetto named Shepherd. Okay, I can't even say his name. Tracestin. What? How you say that name? I said ghetto name. I knew it was. And I'm gonna say it. If it wasn't a white dude, something told me it was a nigga involved. I knew it. Something told my spirit. That's why I don't believe us coming together. I don't care what your skin tone is. You be my shade, lighter, darker, hair, kinky, wavy, straight, perm, whatever, blue eye, brown eye. We all mix. None of us are pure black. So, cause many our people got slave mentality. That's why I don't believe us coming together and refuse to repent it. They like being abused until it gets hardcore and they start whining and blaming the white man, but they had a part of it too. And that's the reason why I don't believe us coming together. That's why I debunked them be about talking about the white news. Something told me it was a nigga. Same thing. Let's get to the Emmett Till story. Remember, it was a fake ass brother, a nigga that told Colin Bryan, a husband, where the Emmett Till lived at. You heard what I said? With my medication. You hear what I said? See, in slavery, I'm gonna tell you that you had other dumb fake brothers and sisters where they was in the house or in the plantation or they were dull or light, high or bright or past who were kinky, curly, wavy hair, who were brown skin, whatever phenotype that was helping the massa. They're not gonna tell you that in slavery class. In Jim Crow, who killed Martin Luther King? Billy Samuel Kyles, and who? Jesse Damn Jackson. If I give a fuck about that man dying. He wanted to live to the old Thought Hotel and then in what's it called? So every time I hear y'all talking about, see, y'all don't be the only token black. Excuse me. We got some tokens that gonna help who claim to be all for the black community, but ain't. Marcus Garvey was paid by the Ku Klux Klan. And speaking about my 10th cousin, who's white and racist, fucking Johnson, can't stand his ass, and Neeks in the night. Excuse me, their friend Asia Hunt, the Klan were being paid by paying Elijah Hunt to promote their hate speech and use Michael X to promote that. So you see why that I don't say this. And so, like I say, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked the white dudes, but the nigga is speaking out because he know that he had a hand in it. And I tell you, I don't believe in us coming together, no matter what the shade, the hair texture, or whatever, because we are on worst fucking enemy.